Hey guys, and welcome to my podcast. My name is Ruth, and you're welcome to Learn English with Ruth podcast. On today's episode, that is episode 9. Now, I'll just give you a little background of why my podcast is at episode 9 and not like 20. This is because like 2 months ago, I decided to, give a little change, to the focus or the trajectory of my podcast. I was like, okay, initially I used to focus on British history, the royal family, and British movies and series, but I just thought to change things up a bit, and so I just started focusing more on English language skills such as listening, speaking, writing and reading. So that's been the focus so far. Yes, and so that's why the change. Just give you a little background there. So today, on today's podcast episode, we're going to be talking about 10 words that we commonly mispronounce, and many times it's not really your fault that you mispronounce words. It can be due to the fact that the English language is not a strictly phonetic language. So this means that many times when you hear a word, the spelling is different and the pronunciation is different. So you're like, oh my god, this is weird, because I thought it was spelled like this, therefore it should be pronounced like this. But that is not always the case. And so we're going to be looking at 10 beautiful English words and their correct pronunciation, and also I'm going to spell it for you so that you'd be on the same page with me. Yes, so the first word is chivalrous. Now, chivalrous is spelled CHIVALROUS, chivalrous. So you can see this word and think it's pronounced Chivalrous or something really weird, but it's pronounced chivalrous, and it means to be courteous or gallant, especially towards women. For example, we can use this sentence: shall I be chivalrous and offer you my coat? So, shall I be chivalrous and offer you my coat? The next time you see this word, please make sure you pronounce it correctly. Number 2, Açia. Now, it's commonly mispronounced as okay or akai. Now the spelling is ACAI. Now the C is accented and looks like a French accent. I don't know, there are songs of français, I'm saying rubbish, but that's fine. Accent grave, I can only remember, let me not mess this up. Go on. Okay, so many times you hear people wrongly pronounce it as okay or akai or something, but no, it's Açia, and it's a noun that refers to some sort of berries or berries that are from South American, or they are sort of like a type of South American fruit. You can look it up on Google, and sometimes many times native speakers also mispronounce this word. And I think that it's owing to the fact that it's not an English word. Originally it's not an English word, it looks like a French kind of word, but let's go on. So for example, I can say, let's all go out for acai bowls, I'm starving. I'm even finding it hard to pronounce it correctly too. Let's all go out for acai bowls, I'm starving. Okay, so number 3 is Flautist or Flautist. Now, it's spelled Flautist, and if you look at the word, there's this temptation to just pronounce it as flutist, right? But no, it's pronounced flautist or flautist. Americans will say flautist, Brits will say flautist. So a flautist is a musician who plays the flute. A flautist is a musician who plays the flute. So an example of a sentence will be, Tyler is an accomplished and talented flautist. Beautiful. Number 4, definitely. Now, it's spelled DEFINITELY, and many times you hear people say things say like definitely or definitely or something, but it's pronounced definitely. And so not only is the word sometimes pronounced by non-native speakers, but also its spelling has many times been, misspelled. It has many times been misspelled. And so the reason for this is because it sounds one way and then it's spelled the other way. So the next time you see this word, please do not say definitely or definitely or something. Oh my god, just say definitely. Beautiful. So number 5, library. It's spelled Library. Many times you hear people say library. Many times you can hear people say library, but it's pronounced library. So the R sound in this word is hard for a lot of non-native speakers to figure out, because so the R sound in this word is many times hard to figure out, because I think there's this impulsive this is impulse to leave it out and just say library, but you have to pronounce it as library. Yes. Number 6 is pronunciation. Now, pronunciation is the correct spelling, and many times people mistakenly say pronunciation or pronunciation. Yes, I think this one is the most common. You hear people say pronunciation. Yes, pronunciation, but no, it's not that. It's pronunciate, not say. No, pronunciation. Now let's look at the sentence. The correct pronunciation will be listed in your textbook, so don't say pronunciation the next time you see the word. Just say pronunciation and you'll be all right. So number 7. This is quite a funny one for me, because when you look at the spelling and the pronunciation, they are nothing alike. Can you imagine that? Really? Okay, when we say relay again, the reason I'm saying relay is because I've watched a couple of Irish series. Yes, and so number 7, salmon. Now, when you look at the word, it's spelled SALMON. So many times you're tempted or more prone to say salmon or something weird, but it's pronounced salmon. And so many English words have that silent L. For example, we have words like half, calf, talk, walk, would. We just love shoving the letter L into whatever word we want. Really. So in this case of this tasty fish, the L is silent as well. For example, a sentence will be, I had salmon for lunch yesterday, and not I had salmon or something for lunch yesterday. Okay, number 8, subtle. Now it's pronounced this way, subtle, but many times you hear people say subtle or subtle or something, and that is not cool. And also, now subtle means to do stuff, or to be really cunning. Cunning is not a big word. To be subtle. I don't know that. So subtle means you are doing things in a kind of deceptive way. Yes, that's what subtle means. So the next time you see, don't say subtle, say subtle. Okay, number 9. Now, I myself, when I saw this word, I was like, what in the world? It's Chimera, and it's pronounced Chimera. Like, what kind of word is this in the name of God? Chimera. And many times, when you see this word, you're like, just say chimney for crying out loud. Okay, so it's pronounced Chimera and Chimera. Chimera. This word honestly does not pop up in English every day, like very often. It doesn't come up very often, but The word just means so it's like a mythical creature. No wonder it doesn't pop up all the time. And number 10, ask. A-S-K, ask. Many times you say it in a hurry, and that's why you say axe. Axe is A-X-E. Ask is A-S-K. Let me do that one more time. Axe is A-X-E, like a tool you use to like break wood, while ask is to make a request. So don't say ask, like I want to ask her. No, you want to ask her. Ask and not axe. Okay, and then one bonus one is Wednesday. I think this is more common, and you might not really have issues with pronouncing this word, but the next time you say, don't say Wednesday, just say Wednesday. It's cooler that way, and it's the correct pronunciation. So thank you so much for listening to my very hurried, okay, not really hurried though, but thanks so much for listening to my podcast, and I will see you in episode 10. Bye guys.